Hey, welcome back. I'm Amanda, your life coach with Illumination Unlimited. And as promised, I am so excited to introduce you all to Brandon. Hi, Brandon. Welcome.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
And of course, Brandon is Karen Teddy approved. So I think that says a lot for anyone that knows better. So she's pretty fond of him, and I kind of like him too. Anyway, as I mentioned, Brandon is not only going to be like my business partner, but he's also my new partner in life. And so we thought we want to introduce him and then kind of talk about how we met. So Brandon, how did we meet?
We met online through an app.
We did. So
Did you want to name the app?
Well, it was Bumble, which honestly I don't know.
She had to reach out first.
A whole lot about it.
I got all excited when you did.
Well, what the cool thing about that app is I think that the females typically have to reach out first, depending on, I don't know the situation, but I know for what, like nobody could message me unless I messaged them first.
And I played around with it because I was on the app before you were, and I played around with it before, I talked, just to see if you could, because I know it did say that women had to be the first one to reach out. So I just tested it out with one of my matches, and sure enough, it just tells you point blank they have to reach out to you first. So your first message will not go through to them.
Right. So for an old-fashioned gal like me, and anybody that knows, I wasn't even necessarily sure I was going to date anyone when I got on this app. I've been alone for many, many, many nights, and I told a couple of my friends that I was maybe possibly thinking about, it'd be nice to talk to somebody. And so they convinced me and even helped set everything up. And, cause I had no idea what I was doing. I have managed to somehow in the adult world, miss the whole happen to date online thing. And I've considered myself pretty fortunate, but in this day and age, that's how most people meet. And it's logical to meet that way. So
it's a bit of a vetting. I mean, you ain't just kind of going cold into a bar, just kind of hoping you'll strike up a conversation. So there's
which is way better.
A little more vetting. So yeah, I mean, there's its perks and there's its disadvantages too.
Exactly. Sure. But I'm going to tell you, don't be jealous, but you kind of should. I seriously wasn't even on this thing a week. And I didn't message anyone right away.
I've been on it longer.
I was going to say, so yeah, I just happened to come across a funny profile and that caught my interest, a sense of humor, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, what caught my attention was his sarcastic, funny sense of humor. And he wasn't doing all the gym selfies.
I was going to say, I think I was about to jump in right with that.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, that's a dime a dozen, I'm sure, in the dating apps.
So many.
Do a little, be a little more original, try to get your attention.
I didn't trust me. I did plenty of browsing, and good on you. And there might be some gals that'll be into that sort of thing. But anyhow, so that was my experience. I maybe had a few different chats, and he was the only one that was worth continuing talking to. And yeah, it took off from there. We just let everything happen naturally. Now, I thought it might be more fun since Brandon's had more experience in the online dating world for him to talk a little bit more about his. So
yeah, I mean, I think I was on that app maybe a year and a half before you were. I mean, nothing that's gonna make the talk show circuit. I mean, I've only had one or two I can speak of that were really bad. And they mostly stopped at one or two dates. Nothing horrific. The one that really sticks out was she was just kind of mean. That would be our second date, maybe our third date, and it was kind of a double date with their sister. And I was a little late because I was hanging out with a friend. It was on a Saturday, and I told her I had things to do before that. And so I get to the restaurant. She was just real sour, and I was just trying to, okay, I'm gonna kill her with kindness, just try to keep winning them. Her sister was kind of a bitch too. And so we started at a restaurant, and then we made it over to some club. I think it was kind of a dance club. I don't remember what the theme, if it was kind of an 80s dance club or if it was more 50. I can't remember. It had certain theme. It seemed like it would have been a good time, and I was still trying to, salvage the night. And she was just being a sourpuss. And I don't know. She made a comment I know you're on another date. No, I was actually hanging out with a friend, and we don't know each other well enough to we're already lashing out accusations toward each other. Still, even after that, I'm still okay. And the guy that her sister was with, I don't know if it was a boyfriend or husband. He was actually real pleasant. I was actually having a better night with him. He was accepting and receiving
Yeah, so
And
she
actually,
was kind of a B too. He's probably glad you were along.
yeah, he was just a real pleasant dude, and thank God, there was something redeemable about the night. But no, I just ended up, I fled out. I was gonna get a drink. No, I screw her. I'm just gonna leave her. I don't care. Her and her sister, they can bash me and talk shit all they want.
Yeah.
I'm just leaving. I'm tired of this negativity.
Right.
So I did. I just walked out the bar. I was like, I'll just Uber it home. I know that sounds bad, but trust me, if you knew how awful she was, it was just like, no, I can't. I'm trying with this one, and I don't care. Actually, I didn't feel bad. I actually felt a relief. So she texted me, so I'm guessing you left. I'll go, yep, and I was proud of it. And I said, the only one that was nice to me, we'll just say his name was Stan. He was the only one nice to me, and it didn't really go much further than that as far as the texting. That was kind of the last we heard of each other. So that was the worst of my stories, and even that one wasn't that bad.
I've heard worse, but still, and as far as that goes, so ladies, let this be a lesson to you, because I'm going to say, like, I'm super, there couldn't be a pickier person than me right now. And like, so because she decided to jump to conclusions and be a bitch all night long and be rude and hateful, like she completely missed out on like probably the best guy that would have ever happened to her. So ladies, when you say like, where have all the good men gone? Well, they find gals like me. Anyway.
I mean, if you feel that way, the feeling is very mutual.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I think, I consider myself very fortunate.
I'm just saying, as someone from experience has done the dating thing for a while. I wasn't ever really close. I mean, you kind of get turned off from it because you started the whole with one person, the whole vetting each other, questions, give and receive, question, answer, all that stuff, and with every new person, you start striking up, but you kind of feel like you have to do that again. So you kind of feel like, all right, this is getting old.
I can see that.
Yeah, and there would be times I would take little breaks from it just to kind of recharge. And no, I mean, if you're seriously interested in seeing where it goes with somebody, just keep at it. If you need a break from all the bad dates, take a couple weeks, recharge, and start doing it again. Because I get asking the questions, answering the questions, sometimes feeling you're carrying the car. Yeah, we know what dating is. We know all of that goes, and it can't be, disconcerting. But if you're really interested in seeing where it goes with somewhere, just if you need to take a break, do that. Come back. Hopefully, you got a little more life to you.
Well, I'm glad you stuck it out long enough.
I'm very glad too. It worked out pretty well for me.
Yes, it did. Oh my goodness. So again, I am so
excited.
I got
a pet dog out of it.
And he's got himself a lovely dog here. And she's pretty happy with the whole situation as well. So, like I said, she's not an easy one to win over. So this kind of says everything.
There you go.
So, anyway, no, thanks so much for coming along with me, Brandon.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
I look forward to it.
Have you on the journey.
I think you've already got off to a good start with this, and people will be lucky to listen to you, take any advice from you, just watch you,
and
listen
to
you, all of that. And I'll join in where I can.
As I say, huge benefit to have you as part of it too,
Appreciate
because there's
that.
going to be a lot that you're going to be able to bring. So,
Good deal.
All right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. There will be more videos with the two of us with Illumination
Maybe
Unlimited, and probably the three of us because she doesn't like to be left out.
No hard feelings to that girl I left either. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I hope everything's worked out for her too, and I want to thank you, ma'am, for that not working.
I think we actually both thank you, so I hope you're doing well. I'm doing better.
Oh, good deal. Take care, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.